I fucking love this shit.
It's so annoying.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 161 of the Vex on Vex podcast. My name is VexX. Today we're joined by Dave. How are you, sir?
Good, man. How's it going? Good to be here.
Rocking and
again.
rolling. It's been a minute,
Back in the action. Back in the saddle.
as they say.
Somebody says that. I don't usually say that.
That's Aerosmith, baby.
I know it.
Back in the saddle again. Some rock and roll shit. So you went out Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
I did go out on Wednesday.
Big bar night of the year. So you saw the Gutter Royale. Was the whole show over early?
I didn't stay for the end.
Okay.
I watched Gutter. I watched the band right after them, and then I watched some of the set of a band called Seventh Chaos. That was the other band.
Any good?
Not bad. Not bad. Not totally my thing, but they were all right.
What time did Gutter go on?
8:30.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, went on early.
He starts at like 7 o'clock there.
So yeah, they actually pushed it back because band bailed. So there was. Yeah.
Well, somebody got COVID, you said, right?
Yeah, that was the rumor.
Is that still a thing?
I guess people still get COVID. I don't know. I honestly, I've given up caring.
Have you gotten it? I don't remember discussing this.
Yes, I got it.
I got 3, so.
I only had it once, and that was enough.
The last time I gotten it, it didn't fuck up my cardio, and the previous 2 did. So I feel like it's getting weaker as it goes along. But that's whatever. So the song I played, you hate.
I don't hate the song. I hate that remix nonsense. That
It's
you sent me.
amazing!
Just one line of the song.
All right, here's what happened. There was a girl here. And I was like, remember that song? And she's fucking young, right? I'm like, okay, hold on. So I open up YouTube and I write, working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. And it popped right up and I'm like, oh, that's funny because it's the first lyric.
Yeah.
And then I played it and the whole, you know already. The entire song is the same
so
lyrics.
stupid.
And then the chorus is, don't you want me? And they make it, you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. It's so good. And you don't love it, but I fucking love it. Like, it makes me laugh.
It was funny, but I'm like, the problem was that you sent it to me, and I pushed play, and I wanted to listen to that song
Human
now,
League, yeah.
and that's not what I got. And I'm like, oh no, man, what is going on here?
That's my shit. All right, you had sent me some prep stuff for the podcast.
I did.
You want to assemble the greatest rock band in history with all parts from all of history.
Sure, let's do that.
All right.
I'm into it.
Who's your drummer?
Oh, see, this is hard. Drummer's tricky, because what do you base drums on?
Here's where it gets really tricky. Are we just going with the instrumentation, right? Or are we taking the guy on tour with us? Like Keith Moon is a pretty great fucking drummer. But can we successfully tour the world with Keith Moon not killing all of us?
Or at least running over someone.
And remember that he blew out the eardrum of Townsend live on TV at the Smother Brothers.
Yes, he did.
Like, but a lot of people don't know that.
Loaded his bass drum with explosives.
And then
that no one knew about.
Well, no, that's not true. All right, so they have a gag for TV. So the prop guy goes in and he puts a little bit of dynamite in. And then Keith Moon's like, that's not enough, man. So he puts more dynamite in. Then the prop guy's like, I could add a little more. He doesn't know Keith Moon in. So they got a triple fucking dose.
Right.
And it was at My Generation. And they're like, bop, bop. And fucking Pete Townsend's walking past it and it blows out his left ear. And his hair went up on fire and shit. It was like a fucking thing.
Yeah, that was the thing. That's all bad.
So,
but I still take Keith Moon.
Oh, you would?
Oh, yeah, he's top of my list. Yes, he's number 1 on my list.
All right, I'm answer my question, though. Does it matter how crazy they are off stage? Do I have to take that or just the drumming? What do I get?
You have to take all of it. You have to take
because I would go.
Here's the way I look at it. If you're going to take, I can't do it as like just a drum track. You know, if you're going to take the on-stage personality,
yes,
you also have to get the off-stage antics along with it.
Because I would take Ginger Baker.
Okay.
But I don't think I can tour with Ginger Baker.
Right. Ginger would probably
heroin and everything else. Like, I don't know, man.
That's hard.
And then Weinberger, his kid, the guy from the E Street Band, is in Slipknot. The kid.
Yeah,
He's pretty fucking amazing.
He is.
As far as drummers go.
I agree.
So I don't know. All right, so you're gonna go with it's Moon. That's it.
Yeah, Moon's like probably one of my favorite drummers, and character-wise, he's also completely insane. So
pretty happy guy.
Yeah, you probably get along with him. Like, he's probably fun to hang out with.
But dude, he like ruined the Eagles because he made friends with the I can't think of it. Who's the crazy guy in the Eagles who drank all the time?
Joe Walsh?
Yeah. So Joe Walsh.
I love Joe Walsh.
I really love Joe Walsh. He's very likable. He's married to Ringo Starr's wife's sister.
Okay.
Can you imagine two sisters? One marries Ringo Starr, one marries Joe Walsh.
Yeah.
So now Joe Walsh and Ringo Starr jam all the time at like Thanksgiving and shit because they hang out all the fucking time now. All right. Keith Moon took a liking to Walsh. So he took this kid and taught him how to destroy fucking, like, he learned from the best. So that, and that's a thing that really happened. Like, they were homies and shit.
Dude, did you ever see the Eagles documentary?
Oh my God, times.
Okay, so my favorite part of that entire documentary is the one scene where they're asking every member of the band individually the same question.
Yes.
And then they're showing individually their response to this question. And the question is, when the Eagles originally broke up, what do you think caused it? And Don Henley's like, well, I think there were a lot of questions over who was in charge in the band, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and they go on down the line, and the other guys were like, well, I feel like maybe we were trying to find a different direction musically. And then it gets to Joe Walsh. He's like, it turns out I really like whiskey and cocaine. That was his answer.
But that's not why they broke up.
It was Joe Walsh's answer.
Felder was fighting with the guy who died. What's his name? Who died from the Eagles? Glenn Frey.
Glenn Frey, yes.
So Glenn Frey
I was trying to think of his name also.
and Felder, the guitar player, were fucking going at it. Because Felder, even though he wasn't a founding member, he's brought in later.
Right.
Was like, how much money are you making? Why are you making more money than me? And Glenn Frey's like, I'm paying you $1 million to be a jerk off and play my songs.
Right.
Fuck
Settle
you.
down.
But Felder wrote the song Hotel California.
Mm-hmm.
He rents a house in Malibu. He's smoking some weed, puts on his tape player, and he writes the song. Now, the other guys will tell you, no, you wrote a riff. And we build a song out of your riff, but without the riff, there's no fucking song. So
Correct.
It's like, he can legally, to this day, he plays that with his own fucking band.
How do you take that in Starscream? Who writes that song, if that's what happens?
You want to hear the truth?
If Sam rolls in with a fucking savage riff, and then the rest of the band builds around that.
Me and Sam
who
write
wrote
the song.
that
Me and Sam write the Because at the end of the day is, melody's a thing.
Yep.
So there's notes. So legally, you can fucking copyright a melody, you can copyright lyrics, and you can copyright chords. The poor drummer does get fucked because you can't copyright drum fills.
Right.
I'll give you a fucking example. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
Bop, 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 bop. That's the Gap Band.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know it. And then Grohl said it. He said in documentaries.
Yeah, he said it.
He's like, well, I know I got it from the Gap Band, and I applied it to this thing. So he's like, I'm at a party in LA, and the Gap Band drummer's there. He goes up, he's like, hey man, I took that from you. And he's like, oh yeah, I fucking knew. Don't worry.
I'm well aware. Thank you.
Baka, that's him, man. That's Gap Band. So you can't do it. You just can't do it. Even We Will Rock You. Dum, dum, da.
Yeah.
Dum, dum, da. That's it. You got nothing until you got the fucking guitar chords at the end, and all the lyrics and the vocals. So the music's always pretty much King Sam. Sometimes as a band, if the bass player adds parts that become part of it,
Right.
it'll be like the bass player in King Sam, but the drummer does get riled a lot, unfortunately. Not that we're selling records or making fucking publishing money, but
No.
they're all King Sam and Vex X. And then you know this as a vocalist, vocals have a different thing because lyrics are something completely different.
Right.
Like, so I get double. I get the fucking melody and I get the fucking lyrics of nothing, of none of the money that we make.
Of the 1/10 of 1 cent that we are paid for our music. Thank you, music industry.
Are you guys streaming anywhere at all?
No, not yet.
So we're streaming. It doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, until you crack $1 million, you don't even get a nickel. Like, it doesn't
No,
even
you
fucking
get nothing.
get nothing.
I know in the past we put some stuff on Spotify in a previous band,
Yes.
and that's when I found out that as a band, if you're an independent artist with nothing else on there, your initial take from anything anybody buys off Spotify is 1/10 of 1 cent.
I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna fucking drop the ball and talk shit, but that's okay.
Talk shit.
Something's coming that I told you off microphone that I can't fucking announce yet.
Oh, so many things are happening.
But then what I get paid on the back
there's a
end.
lot of things happening. There are big things.
I
in
had
the
a
earth.
whole fucking conversation about that today.
Are you not excited about what is coming down the road?
I'm in
That's
denial.
awful.
Like, I don't think about it as a thing. So no, because if you're in the know, you know.
Right.
But then I was talking to somebody today, and they're like, if you're not in the know, it's going to shock a few people. Like,
Yeah, it
really,
is.
people
and
don't
it's
know.
gonna be awesome when it happens. I can't wait.
12/3, it's coming.
I like to be involved in those things, which I will be involved in those things.
And actually, you want to let the cat out of the bag on that one?
If you want, I don't. This is your show, not mine.
That's hurtful. It's becoming our show rapidly.
I'm aware of that, but I don't want to. I don't want to jump the gun. I'm the co-host of this show now.
I feel like
you go.
I feel like you are.
Then I'm Felder all over again. Here I am.
Oh.
I came in late, and now I want to know what you're making.
No money. But if you wrote Hotel California,
right,
I'm okay with it.
I probably never will, but that's all right.
All right. Dave is a phenomenal vocalist. There's something...
I do my best.
He's really good. So there's something called the Starchestra, which is an acoustic version of Starscream. And there's a myriad of songs that will be on the next record, and Dave has agreed to sing with us on those songs, and I'm pretty fucking excited about it.
I'm super excited.
It's going to be fucking cool.
That's going to be awesome.
And then we're probably going to cover an Anthrax song together.
Yeah, we are.
We're not saying what.
Stick around.
Figure it out, though. But it's going to be good times. All right, so your drummer's Keith Moon.
Yes, I will take Keith Moon #1.
I got to pick a drummer.
Go ahead. Who you got?
I don't fucking know the answer. Now, my gut tells me I want Bonham. That shun shun ba, you know what I mean?
I have nothing against just Bonham.
But you don't like Zeppelin.
But in my head, I ruled out Zeppelin all the way. I'm not picking any members of Zeppelin to be in my famous rock.
John Paul Jones is good, man.
Nope.
And being a multi-instrumentalist lends credence to me. Like a guy that can play the keys and the bass. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Greatest drummer. Like I said, I want Ginger Baker. I want that fucking swing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. I'm doing Ginger Baker.
Okay.
I'm doing
Ginger Baker. That's your choice.
That's my choice.
What's next on the list?
I would say bass player.
We'll go bass player next.
Rhythm
My
section.
pick?
Yeah.
John Entwistle.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
The Ox.
It's out. The old engine driver, baby. How can you go wrong with John Entwistle?
That's a pretty good point.
And look, I'll tell you, I struggled with this one because if it's not Entwistle, and because I already picked Keith Moon, so it's weird to have the entire Who's rhythm section. It's not that weird because they're amazing.
It's unfair.
It is unfair. So if I'm not going that route, I take Geezer.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I take Geezer.
Holy shit, I'm going to write honorable mention. That's a good one.
Dude, Geezer was doing stuff on bass like 30 years ahead of his time.
Because he's not a fucking bass player.
Dude, he's killer. Dude.
He was a guitar player. And then you would...
Geezer's really good.
Like, I'd want Lemmy to tour with me and be in my band. But Lemmy's a front man, so you can't be like...
Right. So what do you do?
Yeah. All right, bass player, Billy Sheehan.
Okay.
That's who I want.
I'll take that.
Mr. Big. Fucking Winery Dogs, David Lee Roth, Boosty Bob. Ginger Baker, Billy Sheehan. Now, are you gonna go with the Ox or Geezer? You gotta do one or the other.
I'll take Geezer. I'll take Geezer just because I don't want the Who's rhythm section.
Really? That's not a good reason.
I feel like it's cheating. Like I feel like you can't take that many. I want to take members of the same band. Not that I wouldn't. Believe me, Entwistle is my guy, #1, but I'll take Geezer. I'm fine with that.
Do you want a keyboard player in your dream band?
Sure.
Who do you want?
Ray Manzarek.
I'm shocked, actually.
Why?
A myriad of reasons, really. Because, is he that great of a keyboard player, or was it the fact that he was super ambidextrous and played the bass lines with the right hand to make him special?
I think he was really good. I think he had a solid hand in making all that music what it was.
No, I'll give you that.
Minus his contribution, that music is pretty bland.
Light My Fire, the best part might be the intro, which is the keys.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That dude, as a keyboard player, that dude added more to the band that he was in than I feel like a lot of key players did.
I want Wakeman from Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
The reason I take Wakeman, and a lot of people don't know this fucking story, is that Yes and Black Sabbath were recording in a studio at the same time in like 71, maybe 70, right? And he likes to drink. And like Yes was all like, oh, we're doing psychedelics, babe. So he wants to just get fucking hammered. So he hung out with Ozzy and wound up playing on Sabbath songs.
Nice.
That people don't know that he's on them. And for 5 minutes, he was in Black Sabbath.
Yep.
Now, his son to this day is Ozzy's keyboard player.
Really?
Which people don't know.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Because again, this is a thing that goes back many, many, many years, 50 years, you know what I mean? 52 years. Jesus Christ, 52 years. Yeah. Black Sabbath.
My honorable mentions for keyboards.
Yeah.
Paul Schaefer.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He might be better, to be honest with you. He might be better than Manzarek.
I think he probably is, but I don't know. I really like I like Manzarek style.
Interesting.
But Paul Schaefer's so good.
Rhythm guitar player.
This gets tricky. Rhythm guitar player.
Because technically, Keith Richards is a rhythm guitar player. Technically.
Yeah.
No, for real. And I hate him, but he's a guitar player.
Rhythm guitar. I don't know. Wow. Go ahead, you pick.
Oh, don't put this on me. For real, you want to know my answer?
Yes.
Izzy Stradlin.
Because that's exactly what I was going to say.
For the songwriting alone.
Yeah.
Just for the songwriting. Like,
Yeah,
Izzy isn't a great guitar player.
Izzy was on the top of my list.
But he writes... Why would you make me go first, then?
I don't know, because I wanted to see what you would say.
Yeah, because Izzy's been in the back of my mind the whole time. Now, it's funny to me, because nothing that he's released as a solo artist has the same fire.
It didn't really do it for you?
No, but there's still guitar parts in there that are pretty fucking amazing. All right, lead's coming. That's going to be a bitch, too, because there's a million lead guitar players.
That's to that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like lead's easy because you can make a choice and you can't be wrong.
I disagree, because you got to take into consideration your rhythm section, right?
Right.
All right, I'm going to cat out of the bag. If you go... Stay on the microphone, you bastard. If you go with Eddie Van Halen...
Go ahead.
Your band now sounds like Van Halen.
Yeah.
That's just it.
No matter what.
There's no way around it because I have Bonham, right? Bonham and Eddie are going to lock up. And then that's your whole fucking band, right?
Yep.
If you go Kurt Hammett, he's only a lead guy. He doesn't even write songs. So he would just...
Oh, but he's so good.
He just turned 60.
I do this to you all the time.
You're not the only one. People torture me. And I like him as a human being, but he's not a good guitar player.
He's probably like the nicest guy in the world.
He's definitely... Oh, no, Trujillo's in Metallica, too.
Mm-hmm.
He might be the nicest guy in Metallica. I don't know. They're both pretty amazing. And Trujillo can really play. We didn't even mention him for bass. That's fucked up. He's really great.
Because now you say that, yeah.
And no Jaco Pastorius. We didn't say that either. The greatest bass player ever. Ever. But I like Billy Sheehan a lot.
I mean,
like
we're just strictly talking about rock and roll here.
You could take anybody you want. This is your band.
Bootsy Collins.
Bootsy's a bad... You didn't pick him.
Bootsy's a bad son of a bitch.
I like
dude.
Bootsy, too, as a person. Like,
So
he's
good.
fun.
Yeah.
And then did you see the fucking James Brown documentaries?
I don't think so.
It was on
maybe a
HBO.
long
There were
time
a couple of them.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
That dude was a straight train wreck.
Well, No. Mr. Brown had his own jet. Mr. Brown was a thing. So Bootsy joins the band. He's 17 years old, right?
Jesus.
His brother's 19 or 20. That's the guitar player. So Bootsy is hanging out with this old man, and the old man corners him on the plane, and he was like, Boots Collins, what the fuck? Sit down, young man. Tell me what the young kids are doing and what's hip. And Bootsy's like, I had just dropped acid, and now I'm sitting there tripping face in front of the boss.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, Bootsy, and I never forgot this. This is really important. You can play whatever you want on that bass guitar, but you better hit the one. So it's like, one,
Yeah.
one. You gotta hit the one because James Brown's like, ha, 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 and you're a singer, so you get it.
Yep.
So whenever there's a new drummer in Starscream, the snare is life. Where you hit that fucking snare matters where I kick my arm,
Yep.
where I do my shit. Like, all that shit really matters. And the
yeah.
person we're working with is very imaginative with the fucking snare hits.
The person who's working with.
No comments, sir. New drummer.
This is a poorly kept secret.
We're so close.
We're
Like,
so
I almost,
close.
and I even made like fucking, there's an announcement page, there's a flyer, like there's shit.
It's all ready to go.
And I just gotta go send, but I was requested not to say anything until 12:03.
Oh look, it's a bass player calling me right now.
You want to wait? Put him on speaker. That'd be funny as shit.
No.
Do it on my fucking microphone. That'd be dope as shit.
Hold on.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I just hung up on him. Whoops.
Oh,
I hit the wrong button.
call him back. I like when they're on fucking. Then put him right put it to the microphone. Like, man, you're on the mic. What's up? I know this is great radio, isn't it?
Oh, this is superb right here. Yeah, we're gonna ask him who the greatest bass player is.
He'll probably say Bootsy.
He might. You never know. We'll find out. Ringing. It's ringing. Dead air. This is fun, isn't it?
No, we're good now.
This is what you have to do as a singer. This is when you have to kill dead air time.
Oh, dude.
Now he won't answer. He's probably mad because I hung up on him. We'll find out. He's
really-
seriously not gonna answer.
He's really not. God damn
Come
it.
on. Larry missed his opportunity. Larry! You got me?
Did he hang up on you?
I don't know.
Is he gone?
You there?
Yeah.
You're live on Vex's podcast with me right now.
What?
You're live on Vex's podcast with me right now.
Hey, you gotta prep me for that.
I'm sorry. You called while I was doing this. I wasn't, intending to put you on here.
But here's the question.
Here's the question: who's the greatest bass player ever?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones, man. It's hard to say, bro.
Well, pick one.
Pick one?
Yeah.
That's really hard, man. It's like, I preference to so many.
Is it Jaco Pastorius? Is it Bootsy Collins? What do you got?
Yeah. Just give me a name off the top of your head.
Well, maybe not the most intricate one, but Stanley Clark set the precedence, and Marcus Miller. I can go on and on.
Yeah, see, you should be on this podcast. But anyway, man, let me get this done and I'll call you back later, okay?
All right.
All right.
Next person, what's up?
All right.
Hey.
Yes, sir. All right, thanks, man.
All right, take it easy.
Larry, the bass player.
That was Larry from PistolRazor checking in.
Great bass player.
Dude, he's so good. He's so good.
No, I know. Who's your fucking rhythm guitar player?
Izzy.
You can't take Izzy. I took Izzy.
James Hetfield.
You might have just won. You might have won. He's a great rhythm guitar player.
He's really good.
Fuck. I'm upset now. And the background vocals will be pretty good.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, you got things going on there.
All right, trick question now. Who is your lead guitar player?
Oh. We're talking about a band, like a rock band, right? This is essentially what I'm creating.
You can make it Prince as far as I'm concerned.
I'm creating...
He's a great guitar player.
He's so fucking good. No, I probably wouldn't go Prince. Lead guitar player, Slash.
Wow! That might be the ace card. Because Slash can play anything.
Yeah.
He really can play anything.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to go for an odd one. You would think... Most people would probably think I'd think Randy Rhoads or something like that.
Okay.
Or
which
Hendrix.
is a great choice. Also great.
Don Felder.
You're going to take Don Felder.
He's a great guitar player.
He is.
He's a great guitar player. Like, he's underestimated. He's like one of the big guns in the fucking...
Dude, he's for real.
Felder's my guy.
All right. I'll take that.
Now, I already know who my frontman is. You're going to probably take him. Who's your frontman?
No, because we're just going to... Look. Today being the day that it was, and
you motherfucker.
You know who it is.
Yeah, lose.
I won't do it to you. I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna take Chris Cornell.
That's such a good one. Fuck. Your band's pretty great.
But I know who you're taking.
Oh, how could I not?
So
dude, Freddie Mercury for life, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm 100%. I told you, I'd let you have it. I already knew your answer.
But honorable mention.
And it's probably mine too.
None of us took Prince. Although Cornell's a great fucking answer, especially for a rock and roll band.
Dude,
like Cornell is the answer. Like that's the guy.
Yes, I'm pretty psyched about the band that just put together.
Fuck.
I'm really not sad about any of it. Dude.
We're gonna relive this. So Dave's dream band: Keith Moon drums, Geezer Butler bass guitar, Ray Manzarek on keyboard, pretty fucking awesome. James Hetfield rhythm guitar. Slash lead guitar, Chris Cornell vocals. You might win. I think you win.
I don't know what you get out of that, but that's oh man.
All right, I'm gonna do mine.
Yes, that's so good.
Drummer, Ginger Baker. Bass player, Billy Sheehan. Wakeman on the keyboards from Yes. Izzy Stradlin rhythm guitar. Don Felder lead guitar. And Freddie fucking Mercury, who's his own fucking piano player. I don't know.
The king of them all, man.
Man, I'm loving the Hetfield Slash combination, to be honest with you.
It's so cool, right?
Did you know Slash was almost in Megadeth?
I did not know that.
So, Appetite comes out. I don't know if Sweet Child broke yet or not.
Okay.
And Dave Mustaine was a few years ahead of them getting a deal.
Yeah.
Right? And they're just doing heroin together. And they're hanging out. And
super.
And they break out guitars. And Dave's like, you can really play. And Slash is like, I know, I'm Slash. He's like, no. You can really fucking play.
This is Dave Mustaine saying who doesn't think anybody can play.
And they start jamming. And they're jamming. And he really, for like a week, was supposed to be in Megadeth. But then, Appetite breaks. They become like a huge band. And a thing happens.
Is Appetite a perfect album?
No.
No? What don't you like on that album, then?
Anything Goes. Is that the name of it?
It's so easy.
No, it's so easy. No, I just said it. Hold on, let me do the track list.
Check the track list.
It's right behind us actually, but no, anything goes. And he was gonna replace it with the fucking first single. Hold on, I'm blanking. Appetite for Destruction track listing.
Yeah, I need to see this now because I feel like it's a perfect album.
It's not though. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Jungle is the opener.
Amazing song.
It is amazing, but there's better songs.
I agree. All right, before we go any further, what's your favorite song off this album?
Rocket Queen.
100%.
Right?
Yes.
It's
buried at the bottom of the album.
It's the best ending
and it's
ever.
I see you standing.
Oh, it's so good. Standing on your own.
It's so awesome, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, track 11 is called Anything Goes. You don't even know that song, do you?
Wow.
Shame on you, motherfucker.
Wow. I don't know that I've ever...
No, it's track 11 on Appetite for Destruction. You really don't know it? All right.
I probably have heard it, and I'm... Wow.
That's fucked up, bro.
All right, so the album ends badly because I don't remember that song.
But no, the reason you don't remember it is because it's not even on my iTunes because I don't like the song that much. Holy fucking shit. We're going to play it. Hold on. And this is YouTube. We're going to get probably a copyright strike, which is going to suck.
Dude, I'm not even going to lie.
Guns N' Roses, Anything Goes.
I'm not going to lie. I literally thought that album ended with Rock and Queen.
It does, but right before it is Anything Goes.
Oh,
I
okay,
just said that.
12 tracks on that album. All right.
Anything Goes. Here we go. Commercial.
Broken.
Hey,
Super.
YouTube, I'm never paying.
I'm never paying you, YouTube.
I'm never giving. And we're on YouTube right now.
It's okay.
You know this song.
I do.
Of course you do. And it's good, but it's not...
It's not the rest of the album.
As a kid, I appreciated it. I'm a liar if I say I didn't. Remember Teasin' Pleasin' from fucking Dangerous Toys?
No. Yes, I think I do.
This is a good riff. Da-da, da-da, da-da. We're gonna get a copyright strike. We're talking over it, though.
Oops. I feel like that's...
Here we go. You ready? I've been looking for... I've been thinking about sex. I was hungry for something that I haven't had yet.
Okay, yeah.
It's not that good. It's not bad.
No. Is this their best album?
Well, here's the thing about Guns N' Roses. The career isn't big.
No.
It isn't like you have 5 records. It is the most successful debut record by any rock band in the history of rock and roll.
Dude, they were a juggernaut.
For a long time. So then the Illusions come out, and they don't sound like that record, but they're still pretty amazing.
But I think they're amazing. I think there's some songs on those 2 albums that blow my doors in.
To this day, like Estranged, it's like amazing.
Estranged is 11 minutes long, and I don't want it to end.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
That. What do you say about that?
Even Coma's great. Another
Coma was
monster.
awesome. The only thing that's bad off of that is My World.
All right. I used to have this joke with my friend. My friend Steve was a programming guy, that kind of music, and we were in a rock band. We were friends. And I was like, are you curious what Chinese Democracy is going to sound like? He's like, yeah. I'm like, listen to My World.
We all were. And it wasn't that great.
But no, My World is where he was going.
I feel like, yeah, and...
I want to step into my world.
It's a social psychotic state of bliss.
See, you know.
I do know, and that's what makes it even worse than I know it.
What's your favorite song on The Illusions?
Normally I'd say Estranged. I really love that song. It's composed so perfectly.
It is beautiful.
Done so well. I love Dead Horse.
No, it's great. Axl wrote that on guitar, too.
Dead Horse is an awesome song.
Sick of this life.
Not
don't
that
even
you care.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
And then she like wrecked my car. I didn't know what to do.
What else? Don't Damn Me is an awesome song.
When I speak a piece of mind, speak a state of mind. That's it. Don't damn me. Right next door to Hell shockingly grew on me.
Right Next Door to Hell is a good tune.
It was about his neighbor for real.
That's awesome.
Because Axl's a bit odd.
I used to hang out with this band that like, and they never went anywhere. It was just high school, but they used to do like covers of songs, but change the words to make them like ridiculous. And they told me that at one point they were going to put out an album, and the 2 working titles for the album, they wanted to call the album 667.
Okay, why?
And they were either going to call it 667 Right Next Door to Hell or 667 Neighbor of the Beast.
Neighbor of the Beast is pretty good.
And I thought that was hysterical.
Shit, I might steal that. Neighbor of the Beast.
Right?
667. The Neighbor of the Beast.
How awesome is that?
That's pretty good. Fuck.
Like, that's a great song.
What were they called? Do you have any recollection of the name of the band?
They called themselves, I think they called themselves COS.
Okay.
Which was just short for crock of shit.
I remember, all right, not my real first band, but I was a sophomore. And I was like, I'm going to get a band. And we're going to cross those Reign of Terror. And then I wrote it out. And I was like, ROT. And people were like, oh, your name is band's Rot. I'm like, it's not called Rot. It's Reign of Terror,
Reign
man.
of Terror.
Fuck.
Yeah, we all had those, dude.
What was your first band name?
Blistered Earth.
That's a pretty good fucking name, actually.
Stole it from a Metallica song.
No shit.
Darkest Color, Blistered Earth, True Death of Life.
It's a pretty good name.
I thought it was cool.
Our high school band eventually settled on Apathy, which
it's not terrible.
I loved it because I was like an STP fan. I bought a fucking thesaurus and I thought I was like, oh, a new word. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I fucking dug it. So, all right, back to your earlier question that I did not forget. Is Appetite for Destruction Guns N' Roses' best record? Probably.
Yes, I think it is.
Lies is pretty glorious. It's an EP.
Lies is cool. There's some good stuff on it.
Are you a Spaghetti Incident fan at all?
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
There's a couple tunes on there that are really cool.
Since I Don't Have You, which was the single, to this day, the video is entertaining to me. It's the guy... Fuck, I can't think of it. He played Sid Vicious in the movies, and he played Commissioner Gordon in the Batman movies.
Yeah, I know who. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but he showed up and he says to Slash, he's like, "Don't worry, mate. I'm gonna go into makeup and I'll take care of this for you." And Axel's all dressed up in a boat, and he comes out and he's like, right after that, Gary Oldman, he says he went to rehab. Like right after, he's like, that guy was out of his fucking mind. So like right after that, he went to rehab for a while. But and then Slash was like, it was the worst single. Like there's these great rock and roll tunes on the record. Like Attitude by fucking the Misfits is amazing on that record.
What is the other song? What's the one song? Oh.
I mean, I could read you the track listing if you want.
Punch my fist right through the glass. I didn't even feel it because it happened so fast. Yeah.
I don't know.
Check the track list.
Yes, sir.
It is by far the best tune on that album. It's so good.
There's good fucking record.
There's some good things on that album. I don't hate it as much as a lot of people do.
People do hate it? I didn't know that.
I think a lot of people don't like that it's a cover album.
Since I Don't Have You is track 1. New Rose, track 2. Down on the Farm. All right, my second wife.
Also hilarious.
My second wife's boyfriend before me sang that shit to her for like 5 years. And then when she met me, she was in my house once and I started playing Down on the Farm. She's like, what the fuck? And I'm
Turn
like,
this off.
Exactly. Human Being, track 4. Is track 5 is the fucking Stooges' Raw Power. Love that. Ain't It Fun?
That's it. Ain't it fun?
Yeah.
Ain't it fun when you know that you're gonna die young?
Buick McCain into Big Dumb Sex. Buick.
Yeah.
Buick McCain. Hair of the Dog, which is the Nazareth tune.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Dude, I'm gonna go back and listen to it again because I don't hate any of these.
But dude,
tunes.
Attitude? As an 18-year-old kid, this came out when I was 18. Attitude! It's a fucking attitude! And like, I really got into the Misfits because of this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you know who the Misfits are, but Danzig was bigger at that point.
Oh yeah, I think once when we were of that age, I think the Misfits thing had kind of passed us by, and Danzig was doing his thing.
And then 2 years later, the Misfits came back with that young singer guy.
I like him better.
Oh, don't say that.
I like him better.
Black Leather is track 10. Black Leather. And then You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory. Anything Duff sang on this record's kind of weak. And then I Don't Care About You, which is fucked up because I wrote a punk song called I Don't Care About You before this record came out. So yeah, 12 tunes. But they're good. Gilby Clarke plays rhythm guitar on this record.
Yeah, he does.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
It's not a terrible album.
So...
I don't think it's their best album.
Fuck, what's the single that was on Terminator 2 for Guns N' Roses? It's the first track off
You
of
Can Be Mine.
So You Could Be Mine was supposed to be on Appetite.
That's an awesome
So
song.
you take out the song I Don't Like Anything Goes and you put in that, and then it's a perfect record.
It is. It's flawless. That album is amazing.
But it's not flawless. It's got one track where you're like, nah, I like it. And they never play it. It's not remembered. The song just kind of fizzled away.
I forgot it was on the album.
You didn't even know, did you?
No, I forgot.
But as a little kid, the reason I liked it is I knew Rocket Queen was next. And it was all back then, it was fucking tapes.
Right.
I didn't have a CD.
Ride it out.
So on my paper route with my little bike, I'm like, I'm going to get there. It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to sing the shit out of Rocket Queen in 4 minutes.
Oh, it's so
going to be
good.
great.
It's so good. There was a band called Cubane in Delaware. Do you remember Cubane?
The name rings a bell. I don't remember.
They were around when we were, and their drummer at one point wound up in our band because everybody plays a Starscream eventually. So
Not me.
not yet. It's early. We just
I'm not going to be a Starscream until you die.
no. You're gonna sing with us soon, motherfucker. It's happening.
Well, yeah, but I mean, running the show.
It's a tough show.
I don't want your job.
A lot of work.
I don't want your job.
So Cubane used to do a couple of covers. And they were doing Rocket Queen, and I jumped on stage like an asshole. And I started singing with the fucking singer. It was fucking awesome.
My Michelle's on that album. My Michelle's a great fucking
We used to
song.
cover that. Starscream covered My Michelle for like 5 to 6 years.
Really?
Every
Oh,
show.
we should do that.
Yeah.
Because I know that right now without even listening to it again.
Your daddy works in porno now that mom is not around. She
Used
used
to
to
love her heroin, but now she's underground.
bop. You
So
stay out late at night and you do your coke for free. Driving your friends crazy with your life's insanity. How do you sing the chorus?
Well, well, well,
You just can't tell. Well, 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 my Michelle. Look out! Dude,
So good.
we're gonna do good.
Oh, yes, we are. It's going to be great. Dude, I'm so excited about that. That's going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah, we'll bring it back. It'd be fucking awesome.
Dude, My Michelle is such a good song.
And King Sam, as a little kid, loved that riff.
It's an awesome riff.
Oh my god. So Slash's Snake Pit came to Philly.
I love that band. I love their first album was really good. 5 O'Clock Somewhere is an awesome album.
Beggars and what is it? Beggars and
Hangers On.
And Hangers On, that's it. Beggars and Hangers On. That fucking singer guy wasn't a singer guy. He's a keyboard player from an LA band.
Eric Dover. I think
Yes!
his name is. Yeah.
That's exactly what his name. Whoa, I'm shocked that you knew
Don't
that.
know how I pulled that one out, but
So,
he's really good.
They came to Philly in 95. And so me and King Sam go to the TLA in 95, and there was this band. Oh, I hated them so much. They were called Empty Stairs. They were a little before your time, but when we were all like in high school, they were already a thing.
Okay.
So I hated them. I hated them.
them.
I hated them. And their guitar player was there. So and he wasn't a bad guy. He was just in that shitty band. So here he's standing there. Me and King Sam are 2 feet away from him. And then they go into My Michelle as a band. And we're like, ah! And then they just made a left turn out of it and they played something else. But they played that and we're like, ah! And they didn't play it. They didn't play it.
That's so lame. So lame.
And Dover, that singer, could have really knocked it out of the park, man.
Yeah,
he had pipes.
He was good.
Yeah.
What's the slow song that's on that album? There's a slow jam on that album that's really good.
I don't remember, but I'll pull up the track listing. That's on my iTunes. It's got to be.
Oh, dude, that first album is killer. I love that first album. Back and Forth Again, that's what it's called.
That's a good song.
Yeah, that's the slow one.
And so King Sam just got that guitar for his birthday 2 years ago from me.
Oh, yeah?
That red one.
Nice.
It's a good tune. And he wanted to cover this.
We're
He's
never
like,
going to be allowed on YouTube ever again.
yeah, I know. And we were going to cover this tune, and he's like, Vex, I don't think you can hit it. That hurt my heart, dude. Because like, beggars and hangers on. It goes on.
It's up there. It's way up there.
It's so good, though. And the intro, dude. Oh, I fucked it up.
What's the other one? There's another one. Well, it's like just about a party.
I gotta look it up. Slash a Snake Pit. We're bad at this.
I don't care. I'm having fun. Aren't you?
Yes, I am. I needed this tonight. Had a weird week. Slash a Snake Pit trap. So.
Doing Fine, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Doing Fine is a good jam.
It got really bad at the end because they had a black guy who looked like Lenny Kravitz-ish, and he was a straight junkie. And they went on tour, and it was like pretty gnarly.
That's rough.
So past members, Slash, Gilby Clarke, Eric Dover, Mike Inez from fucking Alice in Chains, but he's really from Ozzy's band. He's the
Okay.
No More Tears
Yeah.
bass player. That's like for me, I love that record.
Mike Inez is been around. Jesus.
Well, this is 30 years now. Because
Yeah.
31 years ago, No More Tears came out. And then Mike Starr gets fired. And I remember that Mike Inez played the same kind of Ibanez that Mike Starr played. And they looked similar. So when they made that transition, you didn't really notice much of a fucking...
It's like, okay, it might be the same guy. I'm not sure.
But it wasn't. Matt Sorum, James Lamonzo, Brian Tichy, now it gets weird, Johnny Griparic, Rod Jackson, Matt Log, I thought it was Mutt Lang, I got really excited.
No.
Ryan Roxy, and Kerry Kelly. Yeah.
Nope.
Following his departure from Guns N' Roses in '96, Slash formed the cover band Slash's Blues Ball. They did do that. They came to Philly and played.
They did. I remember that.
It was the fucking, it was the Bella Ball.
Yep.
And they played at the fucking Electric Factory, and it was the slide. It was just a bunch of covers. It was just a fucking. It was weird, man. Like you go from like one of the biggest rock band in the world,
Yeah.
then you're just jamming with the Bella.
But like, wasn't that? And I have no frame of reference whatsoever. But I feel like once you are that big, once you hit that echelon of like, I can't be any bigger. I'm selling out giant stadiums wherever I go. Isn't it almost like a relief to go play like an intimate fucking jam, like with a couple people watching?
Slash never had a money problem, so yes. And then, I don't know if you know any of this, Jerry Heller, who was the fucking manager for Eazy-E and then the original manager of NWA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He became Slash's manager post Guns N' Roses. Okay. And then he got Slash's Snake Pit.
The one that Ice Cube has not nice things to say about on No Vaseline.
A JEW broke up my crew.
Yep. Yelling Compton, but you moved to Riverside.
Oh, the Starscream manager just fucking said you can always be bigger and you can never have enough money. So somebody's watching the live broadcast.
At least somebody's watching. Good to see you. Thanks.
Maybe you can get us more money management.
Yeah, right. Maybe that wasn't something the manager should say.
Well, that's what they think about. No offense. That's true. So the fucking...
I thought you were the manager.
No, there's a manager.
Oh, shit.
I'm the day-to-day guy. Like, so you don't know anything about us, our history, but we had a video that came out, 14, I'm going to say. And back then, it broke like 12,000 views in a week, which back then was a big deal. So Sony came a-calling, like for real. And so our manager negotiated it, and we fought, and then by October, now this is the thing about Starscream that's in the book. Whenever Starscream goes on a tour, if you go in a road trip in a Starscream vehicle in October, it will break down. No matter what. You can go any other time you want and you're fine. But and I'm very good at stuff. I go to the mechanic, I get everything checked, it's all ready to go, right? Every breakdown we've ever had, and there have been a couple, are always in October. So, oh my God, it's happened 3 fucking separate times over the years. Because we toured a lot back in the day. So, we go out and they fucking, okay, come to October to record. We're like, fuck. And then you don't know any of this. But our rhythm section freaked out because Sony was interested and they quit. So me and King Sam are just going, we don't have a rhythm section. And we got to make fucking records. So, and it was free. Like you just had to go to Sony and record. It wasn't costing you money. You had to get there. It was in Cleveland, Ohio. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame while we were there. It was a whole thing. You know that fucking diver down drum kit, the white one with the extender pieces for the kick drums where it comes out further? Yes. We played it. Oh. It was just sitting when you walked into the Rock. I'm like, on the fucking kit, bro. I touched it with my fucking hands.
That's awesome.
The original truck that Rage Against the Machine toured in, it was like a little fucking Chevy little Astro van, totally sitting in the lobby, and I'm like, touching that shit, like, ooh. It was a fucking thing. So anyway, we go out there, we have no rhythm section, we hire the bass player who was with the band for like a long time, he quit, all right, good luck there. He's in a new band. Anyway, so he joins, and he wanted to be
I feel like you have a lot of aggression towards people that used to be in your band.
When they leave, they always hate my guts. They never hate King Sam, they hate me. Now, you know why that is, Dave?
Why?
When King Sam is unhappy with you in Starscream, he looks at me. And then I gotta say, hey buddy, come here. Yeah. You gotta do this, this, and this. I'm like, Vex is a piece of shit, and they quit. But it wasn't even me. King Sam said it. I didn't say it. I said it to you, but it was King Sam's order. Just saying. That fucking happened. So anyway.
It's because you're the singer, dude. Everybody's always mad at the singer.
It's true. So we drive out and we record. We hired a drummer we never even knew. Like we found him on Craigslist. He came and auditioned. He was pretty decent. We played a live show at Dobbs to make sure we did a show. All right, let's go. We get in the truck. We drive. We go to fucking Sony. And the manager set all this up. This is the point. We recorded 3 tunes. They're really good. We released one of them as a single. And then Universal Records put that single out because Sony recorded it, and they passed on us. They didn't sign us, and that was Standby Records was the Sony label. And then 6 months after they passed on us, they got fucking sued by Davey Suicide, who was their biggest artist, for not fucking doing what they were supposed to do. So we kind of dodged a bullet, to be honest with you.
Right.
But that was the label that broke Black Veil Brides. So we were like, this is it. They broke Black Veil, and they're fucking big time. So yeah. Oh, I've been instructed by the manager that none of the original drums from that guy made the recording. It was all edited out with different fucking tracks. So the original single, Destroy Your Pretty Face, that drummer's not even on. But King Sam's on it, I'm on it, and the old bass player's on it. And then the high part in the vocal, the producer sang it. He just like, give me the mic. And he sang, ah! And I was like, okay.
I can't do that.
No, but the bass player at the time could. He didn't even let him do it.
No. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, but it was fast. We recorded 3 songs in like, I don't know, man, like 2 hours. It was amazing. It was like amazing.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it in 2 hours.
Really? Why?
I get in the studio and I nitpick like a son of a bitch.
No, we were so prepared. Like the music, like I knew all my parts I was doing. And then he added something. We did DeLorean and he was like, it needs something. And I raised my hand and I was like, I have something that King Sham said was awful. And it's on the record now. When he kicks in, it's like, oh, whoa, oh. And the guy's like, that's perfect. And I'm like, yes, it is. So, yeah, Don.
Yeah, leave that there.
Yeah. And then my manager said Don programmed all the drums. He took the whole fucking drum track out and just put real drums in. And he used the kick drum from the Black record, the Black album, and the snare from the Black album, which is pretty fucking cool. And just sample it out. Good times.
That's funny. That's so funny.
So Mike, our manager, set all that up. And then we came back and he got us the thing with the Universal. So Universal put it out. So you don't even know this, but the Last Weapons record, the LP, the LP was distributed by Universal. Like it's out. It's a real thing. Like we have a record deal. Yeah. Not really. They don't pay for shit, but it exists.
It exists.
It does. And when we release a record, it's actually released globally. Like a lot of people go to iTunes and think this around the world. No, we're everywhere. We're in China. We're fucking everywhere. Like
that's impressive.
Why think? It doesn't matter. But we stream, I guess. I don't know.
No, it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
I'm nobody. You play in the same place as I am.
When you were a kid, was the Who the first band that really blew your mind? Like, who got you hooked into like rock and roll?
Rock and roll, Creedence.
Oh, I love Creedence.
Out the gate, Creedence was amazing. I love them. I listened to Creedence.
How'd you happen across it? Was he your dad?
No, definitely not my dad. My dad listens to Elvis.
Pretty good.
And nothing else.
Oh.
No, I have older siblings. My older brothers were into it.
Okay.
I just remember hearing, I'm like, this is great. I love Creedence. Without a doubt, love Creedence.
I didn't like that the comeback record in the 80s. Put me in, coach.
That's not Creedence.
I know. That's him, though.
Yeah,
so I don't like that comeback record he does like in the 80s. He was going forever. He does Creedence. They break up. Then it's the Blue Blazers, I think it was called.
He's the only dude that got sued for his own music.
He won, though.
Eventually.
He went to court and he played it. It's Down by the Jungle.
Yeah.
And then some song off the fucking, that record I was talking about. Yeah, he got sued. That was a whole fucking thing. You ever see the behind the music on that shit?
I probably did. I think I watched every behind the music when it was a thing.
It's coming back.
Dude, that was like one of my favorite shows. I'm like, yeah, I want all this dirt on these people. This is awesome.
But it was super produced. It wasn't like real.
No, it definitely was not. You could have made it a lot cooler. But for the time it was out, like, yeah, you wanted to watch that.
It was a big deal. Like, that guy made a lot of money. And I'll never forget, he had like salt and pepper hair, and he was like, and then they fell on hard times.
Yes.
And you're like, dun 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 dun. To the point.
There's like the random shadowy graphic of a dude with like a needle in his
that
arm.
fucking graphic. That's the one they use for every fucking band.
Yeah.
And then they made a fake behind the music for fucking My Friends in Low Places. What's that? Garth Brooks guy.
Brooks, yeah. Chris Gaines.
Chris fucking Gaines. I'm still mad about Chris Gaines. So
aren't we all?
Do you remember?
Aren't we all still kind of mad about it?
Do you remember when Chris Gaines hosted and was the musical artist for Saturday Night Live? Not him, Chris Gaines.
I do remember this happening. Yes, I remember this happening. I don't remember the episode.
And he came out with his little wig on. He was like, I'm so dreamy. And then in all the stuff in the fake behind the music, because they made an entire behind the music episode for Chris Gaines, he looked like the singer from fucking In Excess.
Michael Hutchins.
Yes, he was like thin and beautiful and shit. And they're like, and then, but dude, that guy was always fat. Always fucking fat. Oh,
Michael Hutchins hung himself while he was trying to beat his meat.
Do you think it was intentional, or was he just jerking it and fucking died?
They say he was into autoerotic asphyxiation.
Well, a lot of people were. The guy from fucking Kung Fu died the same way.
David Carradine, yeah.
Yeah, with his fucking nylons on and shit.
hey man, I guess that's what you're into. Do it, bro. I don't know.
I've never fucked with it because I don't want to hang myself. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm not into it because I'd be the guy that did fucked up.
I don't know, man.
Like, hey, remember Dave? Yeah, how'd he go? Hey, we don't want to talk about that.
My first wife was into choking and being choked. So I definitely experienced that with her. And she was a tiny woman. Oh, the manager writes, we've all been there. Yeah, okay, manager. So I fucking remember she was like, choke me. And this is like...
not exactly there, because you only get to go there once.
Well, the threshold. It's so...
Yeah.
It's like you've seen Spinal Tap, right?
Yeah.
He's like, there's a thin line between smart and idiocy or some shit. Oh, just a fine line.
Spinal Tap's amazing.
It's so good. I just saw it the other night. This bass player named Brian, who was actually on the show once, he was out of it.
Was he in Starscream?
No, he auditioned. He auditioned the same time Larry did.
Does he hate you now?
No, he's my friend.
Okay.
He left his audition. He got freaked out and left. Yeah.
What do you do to people?
I hear we're a little.
What do you do
I
to
hear
people?
we're intimidating. I don't know what to tell you.
How?
How would
are
I
you
know?
intimidating?
Anyway, I have no comment.
I mean, look, I'm not saying that you're not, but like, say like compared to me.
No, it's not that. I don't know. We have a history. You can look us up online. We exist. You learn the tracks. It's a whole thing. You see the gear. King Sam is a really accomplished musician. So to accompany him, the weak of or the faint of heart get freaked out, and he came in and he was like his hand was shaking. And I love this guy. He's my fucking friend. I love him. He's in like a myriad of fucking bands now. He's playing around. He's in a cover band. He's in a country band. He's just playing music, which is awesome. And he got freaked out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not good enough for this. I gotta leave." We're like, "Okay." And then another drummer who was like getting closer before we hired the guy who just left, he took himself out of the running. He was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Because then we turn on click tracks, gotta make sure you're in the pocket. Like, it's not an easy gig, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta hang. Hanging's important. So yeah, I don't know.
But see, if it were me, and obviously, you know, you're not auditioning singers, but if in an alternate universe, you know what I mean, you were the drummer of Starscream and you were auditioning singers, dude, I would relish the opportunity to walk in here and test my chops with that.
I say, as a vocalist, everybody should get the opportunity to drive a fine automobile. And when Starscream goes on stage, it is a fine automobile. And to be able to steer that is a feeling that people should feel. But we built that band, like, brick by brick. You know what I mean? Like, you get built up. Like, it's a thing. Like, dude, before you were in PistolRazor, the guy who was your predecessor...
Which guy?
The last guy. The drunk guy.
The dude that was in the band for like a week?
He could... It was longer than that. And he could really sing. He really could. And one night he just wasn't going to show up. And how excited was I at the prospect of stepping on stage to fill in with PistolRazor. I was like, it's going to be awesome.
It wasn't PistolRazor then.
It was not. It was not at all. And then I heard that bass player has a whole thing, but that's fine.
That's not... Well, nope. I'm not going to do it. I'm not
You
going to do
shouldn't.
it.
No bashing. All positive energy.
Not what I'm going to do.
As we get into the new time. That's my housemate. He has no idea what's happening.
Oh, crap.
And then we're live. So that's the whole thing.
That's cool. Should we have him on the show?
He doesn't want to be on. I've already tried.
Do you realize what we haven't talked about almost at all today?
What is it?
Freddie.
We fucking yes we did. He's my front man.
He is, but you mentioned it for like 3 minutes.
What are your thoughts on Freddie?
What's to say? Greatest of all time. In every category possible.
Yeah. He's not the most handsome. There's better looking singers, so every category doesn't really hit the fucking mark.
Yeah, but I don't care about what a dude looks like.
Like, David Bowie was cooler looking than Freddie Mercury was.
David Bowie's pretty awesome, though.
Pretty awesome. But as far as a vocalist goes, there's nobody better. In rock and roll, there's just nobody better.
Yeah, give Bowie some credit. He held his own with Freddie.
They got kind of drunk and mad at each other, too, a little bit.
That's cool.
And the cool part for me is that the whole number one, Vanilla Ice owns that song. Do you know that?
Yes, I do.
He bought it for like $4 million. He bought it straight up, so it's his song.
Eh.
No, he did, which is awesome. So when you hear it on the radio, it goes back to Vanilla Ice now.
So he's living large off that money.
They were blind fucking drunk when they wrote it, right? Like, they don't really remember writing the song. They don't really remember recording the song. And then it wasn't even supposed to be a hit. It just kind of happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a thing. And so I think it's amazing that at the end of the time, Freddie had he was still around. They sell it for a huge chunk of money. That's a good fucking come up.
What's your favorite Queen song?
Somebody to Love.
Really?
Yeah. The ending? Right? What's your favorite? If you say Bohemian, that's like fucking like
No,
first
I
grader
wouldn't
shit.
even do that. That's a cop-out.
It is.
Either Killer Queen or Mr. Fahrenheit.
Mr. Fahrenheit's amazing. Killer Queen isn't good enough to be your favorite. It's the first
It's a
single.
cool song, though. It rocks.
It is cool. No, fucking Stone Cold Crazy rocks. If you're gonna talk rockin'.
Yes. That's...
Stone Cold Crazy, no. But for me, Killer Queen's a great introduction, but they get so much better as a band.
Yeah.
Even that crazy little thing called Love is so fucking good, and that's 11 years later or 10 years later, man.
Yeah.
8 years later.
Mr. Fahrenheit's spectacular.
It is spectacular.
That's a good jam.
That might be the one. So is that your one? You're gonna go to fucking...
I will take Mr. Fahrenheit.
Killer Queen
That's
doesn't
fine.
work for me. I can't do it.
No?
It's good.
It's pretty good.
It was on today on the radio today, and it's in my head playing right now. But it's not great. It's just it was unique.
I think the story it tells is cool as shit. Like, I think the way he tells that story through that song is impressive as hell.
The vocal delivery is impressive as hell.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what I want. Yeah, it was like very fucking. It was on, man. Freddie was it.
Dude, the guy. A number one.
Now, as far as frontmen, you got to give Roth some fucking something.
Don't start this shit with me again.
It's true.
I hate David Lee Roth.
And I respect that because he can't sing,
No,
but
he can't sing
boozdy
for shit.
boozdy bop.
He's
That's
a
a
goon.
thing.
He's a goon.
He's not a goon.
He is.
He's not. All right.
Look, if you want to put David Lee Roth in the Royal Court of Rock and Roll, he's the motherfucking jester.
I'll give you that. I'll give
He's
you
a
that.
clown.
So if Freddie's the queen, who's the king? Is it Elvis?
I guess. I mean,
All right. You can't have Freddie.
like I said on Facebook the other day, Freddie was the king and the queen.
You don't get to have Freddie Mercury as an answer or Chris Cornell. And I'm not talking vocals. I'm talking front men in rock and roll. Try to give me a top 5 of just front men. Dynamic frontmen, stage presence.
Dynamic frontman, a dude who owned a crowd and had presence.
Yes.
Young Phil Anselmo was flawless.
Pretty amazing. Pretty.
Really, really good.
And could really sing too.
could sing back in the day.
Could
he
sing.
had
It wasn't just screaming.
Yeah,
There was
he
like
could
some
do it.
singing. Phil's good. All right, that's
Phil's up there. So am I going top 5 without Freddie or Chris Cornell?
can't have him
Can't have him.
because Freddie's a great front man. Chris wasn't. Chris was a phenomenal vocalist and musician.
And are we only discussing just frontmen
Yes.
or guitarist? And
No, they could be a guitarist frontman, but like
Okay.
dynamic frontman. I'm going to see your Phil. I'm going to give you a Jim Morrison.
Okay, I'll accept that. Jim Morrison was he was a thing.
All right. Now, next for you.
And I'm not even the hugest fan, but dude that had the thing, Kurt Cobain had it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had it though, dude. He made people.
He was an
believe.
understatement in entertainment, though. Like when, I don't know. Like if you take away "Smells Like Teen Spirit" as a single, because like "Rape Me" wasn't as good, by the way.
Actually, like it better.
But it wasn't as good. It didn't sell as well. It
Yeah.
wasn't as big. He's. Not, I'll give you Cobain, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that.
No, that's fair. You don't have to agree with it.
Who's a parallel to Cobain for me? I'll give you Hetfield.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give you Hetfield. And I'm not a Hetfield guy.
That's a solid presence though.
But he like you could, you know what I mean? That guy had
Yeah.
a thing. All right, who's your next one?
Trying to think of like all the bands that I've seen.
Can I jump in?
Yes, go.
Ozzy.
Yup.
That
100%.
motherfucker walks out on stage and there's a fucking thing that comes
He's a
off.
god.
He's a god.
He's a god.
He's a god.
That's hard. As far as like singers I love Lane Staley, but he wasn't that guy.
Sometimes, but he was like Cornell. Sometimes
Alright.
he was the guy.
In that era, I'll take Scott Weiland.
I was thinking that in my head.
That guy is
Great frontman.
dude. He was so good.
Not even a maybe. Not even a fucking
No,
hesitation.
he was so good.
All right, I don't want to take it, but Young Axl was great.
Yes, 100%. He was bigger than life for a time.
And
Yeah.
he was for Young Axl was great. That's 4 for me and 3 for you.
Oh man, this is hard.
I know.
Who else was great? See,
Yes.
Again, I don't know. And I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Because you know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know what you're gonna say. He is the answer, though.
Go ahead.
David Lee Roth, boozdy bop.
He had a thing.
He had a thing. He invents hair metal by mistake.
You know who else had a thing that I absolutely hate?
Who?
For a time, Vince Neil had a thing.
Did he really, though?
He probably did. He was pretty. He was so pretty.
I'll say that I think the zenith is the Dr. Feelgood time when he was sober. Because Vince Neil had a thing.
Well, Steven Tyler, he had a thing.
Tyler over Vince Neil every day of the week.
Yeah, I'd take Steven Tyler.
Tyler had a thing, man. He'll give you the feel bumps. Dude, people don't say it. I already did 5. I don't care. Fucking Hagar could give you feelings, man.
I love Sammy Hagar. I think he's really talented.
I mean, he's amazing. But, like, he might be the guy.
Ugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 161 of the Vex on Vex podcast. David, thank you for your time.
No problem. Once again, we accomplished nothing, but we had a blast.
We built a dream band.
We did. 2 of them, in fact.
And we have frontmen.
There you go.
The Vex on Vex podcast is available in the Podbean application on your phone under the Loud and Loaded network. This is VexX telling you to stay frosty. Now, how do I end this?
Not a clue.